I'm currently on day 15 of my 30-day delulu challenge. I set this challenge up 15 days ago and I haven't really spoken about it on TikTok, so I want to just briefly go through what I'm currently doing. So if you don't know what a delulu challenge is, it's essentially where you are completely and utterly delusional for a period of time. Or, that could just be your way of life. You're just delusional. And I would say throughout my life, I would say I've been pretty delusional. In school, people always used to be like, oh, well, that's not realistic. And I always used to be like, yeah, well, that doesn't apply to me. But there's been times when I've dipped and I've kind of just gone down the normal path and just thought realistically, and it's never been me. When I moved from the UK to Ghana, I decided that I was going to be 100% full-time working online, laptop lifestyle. People were telling me, not going to work, like, dangerous, don't go, how are you going to survive, all this kind of stuff. And I managed to go, packed up all my stuff, left. I have been a digital nomad, so to speak, for the past decade, and I haven't worked in a normal office since then. So I know what it means, and I know that it works to be delulu. When people say delulu is a delulu, I think about it slightly differently though. Some people say delulu is a delulu, and you just be delusional and kind of just meander around and just wait for things to be attracted to you. I actually couple the delusion with a lot of work. I feel like you can 10x everything by actually putting in a lot of work on the front end. Not to say that you should be on hustle mode for the rest of your life, but if there's something you want to achieve and if you want a specific result in a certain period of time, being delusional, highly delusional, plus, combined with the work, it's a win-win situation for you. So I'm on day 15. I'm going to tell you some of the things that I've been doing. So each day I do some specific things for my delulu challenge. One of them is affirmations. I write them out and I listen to them. I've got my earpods and I listen to them in my earpods, and I also write them down. I'm doing something called the 33 abundance method, and I feel like I coined this method myself, to be honest. 33 for me is a number that I've always gravitated towards. It's a divine number. 3 is a divine number, but 33 is just 10x's the whole thing. I've got something called the 33 immersion method, which I use for content, and my written content. I've used the 33 immersion method to make 7 figures over, past 4 years. I'm doing the 33 immersion method. So with the 33 abundance method, what it is every day I write out my affirmations 33 times in the morning, 33 times in the afternoon, and 33 times in the evening. And I listen to it as well. And throughout that whole day, I'm also listening to, I'm going to say 3 different YouTube channels. And sometimes I listen to my own because I also have a manifestation channel. But my favorite channel for manifestation, for meditation, for activations, and for affirmation videos, my favorite one of all time is Brian Scott. Over every others, I would pick Brian Scott. Then my second one is High Frequency Guru. Her content really gets me hyped. So if I'm kind of feeling a little bit down, I listen to her affirmations. I listen to her affirmations and I listen to her, just the rampage affirmations actually. I don't really listen to the subliminals, I listen to the rampage affirmations. Okay. And then finally, I like to listen to Mary Kate sometimes. And so I do my affirmations every day, I meditate every day, and normally I do my meditation to Brian Scott because his meditations are just the best, or Mary Kate. So I do the 15-minute abundance meditation with Mary Kate on YouTube, or I do Brian Scott's meditation every morning without fail, and every night without fail as well. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is I'm heavily leaning into gratitude. So I do 2 things that I'm grateful for, plus 2 things that I'm grateful for that's already, happened or happening, and then 1 thing that I'm grateful for that I'm manifesting, that I'm saying that it has already happened. So that's the third thing. Another thing is I'm making sure that I'm getting my movement in. That's going for a walk, or if you want to go to the gym or whatever it is you want to do, but getting out there and moving your body and all of that is really, really important. I also like to do something that scares me on a daily basis, and often what I've been doing is I've been walking into places that I wouldn't usually walk into because I would feel a bit like, should I really be going into that place? And, you know, for me, I've taken my income from 0 to 10K, from 10K to 20K, from 20K to 30K, 40K to 50K, but never really gone over that. And so I'm pushing to go over the 50K mark at the moment. So I don't really want to go too deep into all of that stuff, to be honest, but in terms of my income or whatever it is, but my goal is pushing over a certain amount of money. So when you get to a certain level and making a certain amount of money, you need to be appearing in certain circles and being in certain places and all of that. And so that's what I've done. Another thing is pampering myself. You know, I've really just taken the time to pamper myself, you know, to get facials, to get my nails done, all the kind of things that I was doing before when I was in the UK. And I didn't even see it like I was embodying a specific type of person. I just did it a lot of the time because where I lived was so close to everything. And so when I was kind of bored, I would go off and have my nails done and things like that. So I'm pampering myself on a daily basis. I'm also making a very, very conscious effort to consume content. Not even just an effort. This is what it is just what it is. Consuming content that aligns with me and my goals and my plans and my beliefs and my values. I'm not consuming just silly brain rotting content. I just don't watch any of that stuff. I'm literally curating. I curate my feed when it comes to social media. I'm making sure I'm reading content that, you know, aligns with, you know, my goals and my beliefs and my values. I'm also completely and utterly ruthless when it comes to blocking people. When it, you know, and it sounds weird, but when you're matching a specific frequency, you know, to achieve a specific thing, or when you're energetically aligning yourself, you're gonna have to get rid of certain things, whether it be certain habits, moving on from certain friendships and relationships, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. I'm surrounding myself with people. You know, I'm really pushing to surround myself with people that are sort of doing the same thing or higher than me, on the same level or higher than me, or, you know, really pushing towards a specific goal, or, you know, anything like that. So I'm not sure if I've left anything out. At one point, I was going to start doing mirror work because Natanya Bravo does mirror work, and I was like, oh, I'm going to start doing that as well. But I started to do it, and I don't know why, but I haven't really connected with doing the mirror work. But I'm going to try and do some mirror work, probably from tomorrow onwards or something. But yeah, so that's 15 days delulu. I'm also doing a whole lock-in challenge from, you know, I started in September all the way till the end of December. I'm doing this lock-in challenge. But in the month of November, I'm going to be doing another content challenge, because right now I'm doing 500 posts for 30 days. I'm on day 23. I'm going to do another content challenge, and I'm going to do another delulu challenge in November. Even though I'm doing a general lock-in challenge, I feel like I like to take it month by month. And so in November, I'm going to be doing an all-in content challenge. Well, I'm going to reveal that one soon. And then I'm going to be doing another delulu challenge. For the content challenge, actually, it's going to be the Tsunami content challenge. And for everyone that's joining, they're just supposed to be posting one piece of content a day, or no, 2 pieces of content a day. But for my Tsunami challenge, I'm doing something really radical, but I'm going to talk about it in another video. Gotta go.